This video is sponsored by Cake Wallet, the easiest open source wallet to store Bitcoin, Monero, and Litecoin securely on mobile and desktop devices. When buying, selling, and exchanging crypto or trading for gift cards, Cake Wallet ensures privacy and security, giving you the keys to your coins. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Daily Zest. I'm your host, Randi Hipper, here today on a lovely Wednesday to talk about Bitcoin, crypto, Liz Warren's anti-crypto army, and Coinbase CEO stepping up for us. Or is he really? Is this all theater? We're going to break it all down today. If you guys are ready for the Zest, make sure you guys smash the like, subscribe to the channel, and share the stream out with friends, because YouTube doesn't do that. We must do that. We must share our message. This is how we fight back against the people that suppress us, the people that try to hold back crypto for their own greedy needs and just call us
hucksters,
fraudsters, scam artists, Ponzi schemes. You know, I'm really debating, should the next emoji on this channel, my members, you guys give your opinion. Do you think the next emoji should be a rave emoji or a Liz Warren emoji? I think she might be warranted. If you guys haven't yet, check out our lovely sponsors, both Cake Wallet and Market Cipher. Links are in the live chat as well as the description. Make sure to use code missteencrypto or code Zesty for 20% off at checkout. And Cake Wallet is so freaking awesome. Yesterday, I did go to lunch with Vic Sharma from Cake Wallet. I don't have the picture on my computer, unfortunately, but I know Cake Wallet has a bunch of great announcements, and if you haven't yet, I definitely suggest you check them out, and we might be doing another cool thing for the community soon. But there is an update. You could now have Polygon on there. You could have a no KYC on-ramp with DFX. If you're in the EU, you could buy $1,000 worth of crypto without KYC on there. And it's just really awesome. So shout out to Cake Wallet for being open source and being a leading example of what we need in the space. So Vic Sharma, Cake Wallet team, much love to you. I really do love you guys. So we're going to get after it. I want to say good morning to everyone in the chat before, of course, we get started with the news. We're going to go right into it. I know Gary Gensler is just causing havoc in this chat right now. Havoc. And Alexandra G, my girl, calming him down because that's Alexandra Gensler right there. Jeff Budd, good morning to you, my friend. David Lee, what up? Colin McKenzie, Bulldog Eric, nice to see you. Mike Volmer, Mark Smithson, nice to see you. All set, what up? Oh, Oval, how's your wrench looking, bro? How's your wrench looking? You look good with the wrench, Oval, I gotta say. You look good with the wrench and with the heated mug, of course. You gotta have the heated mug. We got Don Manning in the chat. Nice to see you, my friend. John Legends, as always, chilling. Flying Tiger, what up? Nice to see you. Who else? Tom Allen, nice to see you as always. Financial Failure, nice to see you. Fox Phoenix in the chat. Fox, I think I responded to your comment this morning, and maybe I responded in my head, not physically, but I appreciate you watching out for me, Fox Phoenix. I really do appreciate you. Who else we have? David G is in the chat. Chris Hanley, nice to see you. Emma causing havoc with Oval, that's usual. Crypto Pollo. Liz Warren gives me creepy grandma vibes. She must be a Salem witch. I mean, we should ask Miss Weech about that. Miss Weech might know. What up, Aaron in the chat? S-Dog. George Townsend says Cakewalk, $1,000 no KYC. Yes, it's awesome. Shout out to Cake Wallet. Love them. And we have Crimson. I got to actually go to Crimson on Twitter Spaces last night. So shout out to Redman, Tony, Uncle Jimmy, and Billy for the little spaces they had last night. I really enjoy them. I really do. GT, I think I said hi to you. Automatic Beats in the chat. All right. Nice to see everyone here. And if I missed you, please let me know in the chat. I think I got everyone. Oh, Dark Crash, it's Sean. Sean, I have water too. I'm taking a sip just for you. I cracked open a new bottle. Did you hear how crisp that was? Did you see that? Woo! AU Papa sent me some 10 roses. Thank you. Why are pairs of shoes allowed? I think because you need 2 shoes for 2 feet. Stay strong and positive and pushing forward. Happy holidays. Happy holidays to you, AU Papa. Tony Kenobi, nice to see you. Nice to meet you in the stream. I believe you're new to the stream. I believe. Crypto Farmer, nice to see you. John Germain, Brent Jaggers. All right. Oh, Gary, he said we always miss him. Oh, Gary, you know what? We do. We do miss you on this channel. You're fun in the chat, I gotta say. You have personality. We need Rob Gensler to pop out too. All right, guys, if you guys are here again, smash these likes, subscribe to the channel, share the shout with friends. We have a goal of 125 likes and 100 live viewers. Isn't that right, Lazarus? Oh, yeah. So we're going to get after it. And Bitcoin just slipped below 44K. We were just above it. We're tiffing right now. So we're going to keep an eye on Bitcoin, obviously, because she's right here. She's right on our screen. So before we get into the charts, and if Bitcoin obviously starts to move, I will cover it. But I want to talk about BlackRock and the Bitcoin ETF updates. Right, Afero, he says he's new. Nice to see you. Hi, Choi. Nice to see you. All right. We got some things going on. Bitcoin ETF updates. We know that the overarching goal of the Bitcoin ETFs is to have you buy the ETF and not the underlying asset, which defeats the point of Bitcoin. And they're trying to make it seem like Bitcoin is more of an investment, more than it is money, more than it is property and financial freedom, which is why we're here to educate people on what Bitcoin really is. However, BlackRock did meet with the SEC and the NASDAQ to discuss their upcoming spot Bitcoin ETF. We see here that BlackRock, NASDAQ, the SEC met for the second time in December to discuss its spot Bitcoin ETF. According to the SEC memo, representatives from the three organizations discussed the necessary rule changes. The SEC wrote, quote, the discussion concerned the NASDAQ stock market's proposed rule change to list and trade shares of the iShares Bitcoin Trust under NASDAQ Rule 5711D. It was discussed to provide the requirements for the initial and continued listing of commodity-based trust shares on the NASDAQ. Commodity. And if we have more ETFs, does this mean that if, let's say, BlackRock comes out with an ETH ETF, that this would be a commodity as well, when Gary Gensler still has not given us clarity? And in the lawsuits with a bunch of exchanges, including New York and the KuCoin situation, that ETH was a security. But what if it comes out to be a commodity? Do the fines that people like KuCoin pay to obviously keep running, operating, and not get into trouble with these people, do they get given back their money if ETH is now a commodity and not a security? Since they just get to take money and change their minds whenever they want, I think they should be able to give money back to people that deserve to have the money back to keep their operations going when they were unfairly charged in the first place. Something I wanted to think about a little bit. On the other hand, we do have some people like Mike Novogratz. Of course, he's made some questionable decisions, and you know that based on his tattoos on his arm. However, he's saying that a spot Bitcoin ETF could be approved before January 10th. If you guys agree with him, put a 1 or a yes emoji in the chat, and if you disagree, put a no or 2 emoji. So 1 and yes emoji for agree, 2 and no emoji for no. Let's see.
A little victory lap. Listen, the Fed's pivot is really important. That press conference was as dovish as anybody expected, and the markets are behaving that way. You look at fixed income markets, equity markets; they all are now trading a Fed pivot. And is it March, January, or do they wait till the April meeting? We'll see. We'll see what their narrative is. We'll see what the inflation data is. But this is all based on inflation coming down, and it's not based on growth collapsing. And so they shifted to a more inflation-focused Fed, which gives them the room to.
You're welcome.
Can't stick around, but just wanted to pop in and wish everyone in the Zesty fam a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.
Happy holidays, Mr. Yee. Thank you for the super chat.
To cut rates.
Whoa, hold up. My TikTok just got live age restricted. It says that I'm inappropriate. Are you kidding me? Okay. What? That is messed up. I gotta take a picture of that. Sorry, guys. This is crazy. Wow. See, look, this is TikTok censorship. This is censorship. That's insane. Submit some feedback right now. That is crazy. Okay. Well, censorship live on the Zest when I'm not even saying anything and I'm playing a clip on YouTube.
I think crypto likes it. we're going to get this ETF before January 10th. That's kind of the drop dead date that Gensler has before he gets in trouble with Grayscale and the lawsuit. And so I think you're going to see this, announced. It won't start trading then, right? That probably takes 6 to 8 weeks after that. But it's just more fuel for a fire.
So there you go. He believes January 10th, we will have an approval, and then it won't start trading for a little while after that, which is, of course, they got to get prepared and such. However, I don't know if January 10th is going to be the date, or Gary Gensler might just throw a little zest in there, a little zinger, and approve it before January 10th when nobody expects it. So that way maybe him and his boys can accumulate before the big zest and the big approval. I don't know. I'm very skeptical of all of these people. And I think, again, this is all theater. Even Michael Saylor is saying that the spot ETF could be the biggest development on Wall Street in the last 30 years. And he explains why, especially because he brings it back to the Bitcoin halving. Emma, if you could, please hop on TikTok. I feel like people are getting a little unhinged on there.
Well, I think you can't really underestimate the significance of the spot ETFs. It's not unreasonable to suggest that this may be the biggest development on Wall Street in 30 years. I mean, the last thing that was this consequential was the creation of the S&P index and the ability to invest in all 500 S&P companies via one trade at the same time. So this is very eagerly anticipated, but most of the money in the Bitcoin market right now is the hodlers and the traditional crypto investors. Mainstream investors, mainstream retail, mainstream institutions have not had a high bandwidth compliant channel to invest in this asset class until these spot ETFs. So I think in January, the approval of the spot ETFs is going to be a major catalyst. It's going to definitely drive a demand shock. And then that will be followed in April with a supply shock because there are about 900 Bitcoin a day available for sale by natural sellers, the miners. And that number is going to be cut to 450 Bitcoin a day in April. So it's a pretty big deal.
And that puts Bitcoin where a year from now?
Higher.
How much?
We could probably keep a bunch of economists and modelers working all day long to calculate the supply, demand, and price elasticity of this. I don't think we've ever seen, a 2 to 10x increase in demand combined with a halving and supply in a scarce, desirable asset that people want to hold for a long period of time. So I think we're expecting 2024 is going to be a major bull run for the asset class. We just don't know how far the asset's going to run at this point.
Very on point, Michael Saylor. Again, it's not just about the ETF. It's about the halving, or the halving, as we like to say on this channel, the halving. So I'm interested to see what's going to happen by the halving, and I don't think anybody has a crystal ball, and I think it's really funny when they try to put Michael Saylor and other people in his position on the spot on these channels saying, give us those price predictions for Bitcoin, because they want any way to mock you, and they want to put you in a position where if it doesn't hit that target, you're in trouble, and why didn't that happen? No one knows what's going to happen with Bitcoin. Just be grateful for the asset. It's up 164% year to date. When you look at other boring assets like gold, and it's only up 11% this year. Oh, wait, let's also look at the bank stocks that some don't even exist anymore. So I would be grateful for Bitcoin in the position it's in, as well as the financial sovereignty and promise that it brings, and the liquidity to the Wall Street marketplace that they desperately need, because no one cares about the stock market anymore except for the old people that keep investing in it. The younger generation, we do not care about the stock market. Some of us may invest for, I guess, the lack of better words, the grift. But in reality, we know what the free market is. The younger generation knows that the stock market, the hedge funds, they don't work with us. They don't care about us. The people that create these rules, like Liz Warren, they don't care about us. Liz Warren especially. How do you have over a $70 million net worth on a senator's salary? This woman, how did she build her wealth? while the rest of us are struggling, and she completely changed her tune from when she first came in office. Young Liz Warren would be disgusted at current Liz Warren, especially because she says things that really aren't true, including this.
Again, because there's a new threat out there. It's crypto, and it is being used for terrorist financing. It is being used for drug trafficking. North Korea is using it to pay for about half of its nuclear weapons program. We can't allow that to continue.
Now, Liz Warren has been debunked multiple times on this, yet she's still allowed to talk. She's still allowed to come out with bills to build her anti-crypto army. For what? How could she say that we are funding nuclear weapons when she has no blockchain receipts for it? How much money, what cryptocurrency was used? Liz Warren, give us the answers. And there's a reason why she doesn't tweet that often. Because when she does, she gets called out by none other than the truth, the community notes. Thank gosh for Elon and community notes. She's continuing on her political crypto rampage by calling out Washington's revolving door for crypto. She says, crypto companies are spending millions building an army of former defense and law enforcement officials to lobby against new rules shutting down crypto finance terrorism. The revolving door boosts the crypto industry, but endangers our national security. One, let's look at community notes before I go and lose it on Liz Warren. We love community notes because they wrote crypto is objectively less than 1% of all monetary illicit activity. There's also nothing supporting the claim that it could threaten national security. Cash is untraceable. Blockchains are public ledgers. Now, we do know Liz Warren has her new anti-crypto bill called the Digital Asset Anti-Money Laundering Act. Why is she putting this out? Because she wants KYC and no peer-to-peer transactions. She's saying that if you have a wallet that's unhosted by the bank and not being monitored and controlled by her and her besties, then you shouldn't be allowed to have it, which again is very anti-American. Since what are we here for? Life, liberty, and property. Those are three inalienable rights that are supposed to be protected by these individuals. The Digital Asset Anti-Money Laundering Act wants to bring havoc to the space and say things that really aren't true. You can't shut down crypto. You cannot shut down peer-to-peer transactions, and you can't kill smart contracts either. As much as these governments think they can, they cannot. With her new bill, who's backing it? So while she's saying in her tweets that there's a revolving door for crypto lobbying, what about who's funding her and who's backing her and her anti-crypto bills? It's none other than the banks themselves. We see here that a senator revealed the American Bankers Association helped craft the new anti-crypto bill that Liz Warren is putting out here. Big banks have been helping Roger Marshall and Liz Warren draft their controversial crypto bill. We see here that Marshall admitted that Warren was approached by the largest lobbying organization for the U.S. banking industry, the American Bankers Association, ABA, for assistance in crafting the Digital Asset Anti-Money Laundering Act. Let's hear the clip.
Anti-money, Senator Warren and I have authored the Digital Asset Anti-Money Laundering Act that represents a step in the right direction. Again, I think that this is a light touch. The first thing we did is we went to the American Bank Association and said, help us craft this. And I don't know if you saw Senator Warren's hearing with Jamie Dimon yesterday, but Mr. Dimon said basically, in his opinion, crypto was only a tool for criminals. And I think, again, it's that light touch by the federal government as opposed to a heavy touch as well. That's about all I know about crypto.
That's about all I know about crypto, this man says. How could you do that? How could you say that's all I know about crypto? So does that mean that you and your own government is saying that you didn't do your own research and that you don't understand what Bitcoin is? That if I ask this man, explain Bitcoin, do you think he can do it? No, he cannot. So how can Liz Warren say that crypto lobbying is bad? Meanwhile, she's allowed to lobby to fight against crypto. The straight up hypocrisy amazes me. The intent is so blatant, especially because she's listening to some fool like Jamie Dimon, who is one of the most heavily fined banks in America with over $40 billion in fines since 2000, probably more. What illicit activity is Jamie Dimon behind? We know the recent court case he went to. It's not for anything cute. It's not for anything pretty. Jamie Dimon, all of these people are crooks. They don't care about you. They care about themselves. They care about their private jets and what they could do to maintain their status as being rich and us as being suppressed and thinking we are stupid. We are not stupid people. That is why we're in crypto. That is why we laugh when we see that Liz Warren wants to try to take us out. How does she think she can do it? She knows she can't. She knows this is theater. She knows that she's trying to delay the inevitable to try to keep as much money in her own pocket before people really start asking questions, demanding for transparency, which the blockchain gives. We don't know what all the banks are spending their money on. We don't know what they're doing with your information. They just get to pay fines and move on. We never get the truth. The truth comes out when we have things like blockchain to expose where money really goes. Who's really doing bad things? Who should be held accountable for that? That's why Bitcoin. That's why they're scared. Which is why people like Brian Armstrong are trying to step up here. He is the CEO of Coinbase. I'm a little skeptical of little Bri. I think Brian, he's saying some good things. He started a super PAC where they raised $78 million between people like Brian Armstrong, Kraken, the Gemini, Winklevi twins. So we have some interesting things going on. Brian Armstrong is speaking out. He said, Senator Warren and Marshall are lobbying for big banks. Being anti-crypto is a really bad political strategy going into 2024, where 52 million people in America have used crypto. 38% of young people say crypto can increase economic opportunity. 9% of Americans are satisfied with the current financial system. Crypto prices are up 90% year to date. And standwithcrypto.org is on its way to 1 million advocates, voters, who want sensible crypto policies. We know Brian is interesting because he's a businessman. That's what Coinbase is. It's a business. So is he advocating for the right things? And when he gets to a point where maybe we could have some crypto legislation put out there and regulation clarity, is it going to be really in crypto's favor? And that is where, yes, I stand with crypto 100%. That's why I'm here. That's why I create content. But is Brian really for crypto? Is Coinbase really for crypto? Will they really, when it gets down to the nitty gritty, protect everybody, protect the foundation of crypto, which is self-sovereignty, peer-to-peer transactions? Having that chance to have some clarity and transparency in our financial system. I want to see how far he takes it, and we will see his true colors one way or another. I do have faith, and I'm hoping that Brian Armstrong is on the right path. Does crypto need legislation? Absolutely not. There's no way you can really regulate it other than probably the on-ramps and off-ramps, which they try to eliminate, which they cannot. They will push people offshore, which will take away money, power, and economic glory from the United States. Instead of the United States being ahead, they're trying to push it back. There is no way to stop crypto. It's technically, physically impossible. It's just a dream they have that won't come true. So keep in the faith, do your own research, and be confident in your decisions when you enter that crypto space. Oval, coworker asked if I was listening to MTC stream or just looking at MTC. Have to put people in place. MTC, best mid-form crypto content out there, bar none. Thank you. I appreciate that. We go off, man. We go off. And Bitcoin is going off too, just over 44K, $44,132 at the moment. I will jump in to that in a moment, my friends. We have 100 people watching. I'm hoping that we pass 69 likes and we're on our way to 100 right now. We have 73 likes. That's gorgeous. Make sure we pamp that up and we got 100 likes. We got to pamp it up. Oh, yeah. Guys, I'm feeling so much better today. I feel like I'm so on point right now in terms of like my mental and physical state. Let's talk about China for a moment because man, I think we have too much synergy with China nowadays between facial recognition that's going on here. And sometimes we're surveilled more in the US sometimes than in China. I think it's sometimes pretty even. China's obviously insane. And when they say things, I don't believe a word that they say. Why would you? It's China. All it is manipulation, communism, and the worst probably setting that you can imagine. China vows to clarify their Web3 NFT development path. And I want to see if they really want to move forward in the Web3 space, or they're just doing something to benefit themselves as they always do. China plans to release a Web3 strategy document to clarify the path forward for the industry. The Ministry of Science and Tech second response released on Tuesday. It would handle issues of inheritance, innovation, security, and government obligations. The department, along with the Chinese Academy of Sciences and the China Association for Science and Tech, they also said that the ministry plans to strengthen interactions between relevant departments to promote Web3 innovation, deploy further research, and strengthen the talent in the industry. They do have a ban on crypto, but citizens have been turning to NFTs, and they say it's a great importance to the development of the Web3 industry. They want to have a bunch of operations, but they said China's Web3 strategy would focus on key areas such as government affairs and industry, encourage the development of new business models such as NFT and distributed applications, dApps, and accelerate the innovative application of Web3 and the construction of the digital ecosystem. This was given by Wu Zhizhuang, a member of the CPPCC National Committee, the country's political advisory body. I don't believe a bloody word. If you guys think that they actually will allow you to own NFTs, allow you to actually own anything, it's laughable. In China, if you don't have the right credit score, you cannot buy food, you cannot charge your car, you cannot do anything. I've seen this with my own eyes. I've seen the social credit score. I see how it impacts people. And they don't let certain news leave China. The only news that leaves China is what they allow you to hear. And even then, that information is totally propaganda. And you don't know what's true. You do not know what's not true. All you know is that these people love to control you. And they like to control narratives. So I'd keep that in mind. No way are they actually going to let people own anything. If you ever think they're going to let people actually trade crypto, own NFTs and trade it, you're funny. Because even their digital yuan, their CBDC, they don't even want that cross-border. They don't want it leaving their own lands and their own system. Speaking of CBDCs and people that are actively working against you, Ripple is getting approval from Ireland to operate as a digital asset service provider. So we know a lot of VASPs, as I like to call them, virtual asset service providers, are getting approved in a bunch of other countries, which again doesn't happen in the United States because the United States has an active case against Ripple.
Potato flu.
The wrong button. I apologize. We see cryptocurrency payment network Ripple has reached another regulatory milestone in Ireland with the central bank, CBI, approving the firm as a virtual asset service provider, a VASP. According to the December 19th news, Ripple SEG has been added to the CBI's list of registered VASPs, allowing them to provide certain digital asset services in Ireland. They can conduct transactions on behalf of another natural or legal person who moves digital assets from one address or account to another. They are also allowed to provide crypto exchange services against fiat currencies, as well as exchange different crypto and provide custody services, according to the register. Besides that, their VASP register includes cryptocurrency firms like Coinbase, MoonPay, Gemini, and Zodia Custody. Ripple aims to offer crypto services to clients within the Europe economic area after the MiCA regulations have come out, and they're expected to come into force by 2024. The CBI's addition of Ripple Markets to its list of registered virtual asset service providers is a significant step towards our business in the region, Ripple's Senior Vice President of Strategic Initiatives, Eric Van Miltenberg, said. He also added, Ireland has positioned itself as a supportive jurisdiction for the virtual assets industry and consequently as a great place for business like Ripple's to operate, reinforcing our decision to select Ireland as our primary base for EU regulation. We know that Gary Gensler, Liz Warren, they're responsible for a lot of these things because they're pushing people offshore when they should be welcoming them in, or at least trying to work with them in a way that is collaborative, that pushes innovation, rather than other countries grabbing first dibs, all the liquidity, and all of the jobs that crypto can provide there. I'm not a fan of Ripple at all, but we do see that they're making some moves internationally, along with Coinbase, Gemini, and so many others. Sheesh, man. Absolute sheesh, what's going on. Gary, don't get offended in the chat. I know you're sensitive. Don't get too sensitive over here, okay? Okay? We good? We good? Take a sip of coffee, everyone, if you haven't yet. Take a sip. I love coffee. I love the coffees. Amazing. It's like a potato flying around my room. Before you came and excuse. All right. So we have some things going on with the market. So we're going to do a little bit of a market recap. And if you guys want me to do some coin requests, some TAs on the coins that you all want to follow, then I will do some. I will do them for you because I care about you and I like doing some TAs. Okay? Okay, right, TikTok? Are we okay on TikTok? I see Crispy is a little bit spicy out here. Joe, I believe your name is, says, you have much love for me. Thank you. Much love. You're awesome, Joe. Shout out to you. All right. Let's go over the market recap. We got a sea of green. Some red bubbles, too. I see them bloom. For me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful corn. Because Bitcoin is at $44,127 today, up 4.4%. Our highs for the day were just over 44.2, which was around, I believe, $44,340. That was our high for the day. Let's take a gander at Market Cipher. We saw yesterday a green dot printed, and it makes sense as to why everything is playing out now. That VWAP, we were watching her, we were like, let's go over that zero line, which she confidently did. Look at that. Beautiful, gorgeous. The RSI making a move, making her way downtown. We enjoy that. We see that we passed a little bit of a resistance that we had, two resistances really, that were at $43,791, and we're moving our way back up. I would absolutely love for Bitcoin to at least close at our highs for the day, which was around 44.3. That is totally optimistic of me, but totally zesty and totally doable by Bitcoin if she really packs in the punch today. Like, whoppa! Ideally, I would love to tap our resistance at 44.7 and head over to 45K Bitcoin. Now, if you think that we are going to continue making some gains today, put a 1 or a yes emoji in the chat. And if you think we're not, put a 2 or a no emoji. Shout out to Robert for the hands hearts. Hands hearts back to you. Let's head over to beautiful Ethereum. $2,249, up 3.33%. We like the threes out here. Look at that money flow, tipping down just a little bit today. momentum below that zero line, but maybe making her way back up. We were looking to have some nice curvatures here in terms of the momentum, the VWAP come back over that zero line with love and light, and hopefully we can do that. We're also looking at this RSI to pick up. We see that the RSIs are a little bit separated, which means a little bit of volatility ahead. The RSI we know was just in this kind of neutral territory. We're looking to pick back up. Making our way downtown, walking fast, faces past, and I'm homebound. We're trying to make our way back up here. We bounced off our 2122 resistance, or maybe now support, the other day, and we're making our way back up. Optimistically, I would love to tap our resistance here at 2300 and then go up to 2340. 2340, I'm telling you, is a critical freaking level. I want to see that over the weekend. That is where my heart feels warm and fuzzy, is 2340. Let's take a gander at Litecoin. The right coin, Litecoin's the right coin, and I love her. We have $71.74 Litecoin, up 1.47%. We do love Litecoin, and people sleep on her as always. I feel bad for Litecoin. She definitely gets slept on a lot. That money flow still in the green, but heading downwards ever so slightly. We were looking for some curvatures here. That VWAP to head over that zero line, momentum to shift back over. It seems like that VWAP, she wants to make a move, so we'll see how it plays out. The RSI looking a little bit stagnant, not making all the moves I want it to make. We're approaching this neutral zone in the 50s, so I'm hoping that we could pick up and scream bullish for Litecoin. Obviously, we want to head back up. We want to tap $74 Litecoin and to $75.44 200-day SM frickin' A. Because again, we were worried, and I was feeling the vibe. Once we rejected this, it's not good. We need to make our way back up, because the last time we rejected our 200-day SMA right here with that type of confidence that we saw again here on December 11th, it just brought us to our lows for 2023. Yeah, technically our lows for 2023. Yes, that is correct. So, optimistically, $74 Litecoin, and I do not want to see $69. I love the number. Love the number, don't get me wrong. It's definitely a spicy one, but do not want to see $69 Litecoin. Maybe she'll just sideways trade. That's fine. She's a great store of value since she doesn't move, right? Litecoin. Ha ha ha, so funny. Ha ha, you guys are totally laughing right now. It's great. Now, we do have just below 9.5-cent Doge. You guys know I love 9.5-cent Doge, just like I love $74 Litecoin. Please, Dogecoin, pimp it.
Don't pump it up. You got to pump it up.
We're up 3.33%, so she is pimping ever so slightly, except that money flow is going down. We need that curvatures over here with that VWAP. You know, we've been wanting it, and it seems like she's making our way up. Now, also, we are looking for maybe a green dot, some sort of signal to print here on Dogecoin. I want the love. I want the zest. Bring that momentum back over that zero line. The RSI is not giving us all the love as we are just bouncing off this neutral territory, looking to go into full bull. Full bull! Of course, optimistically, I want that 9.5 cents, and I'm still going to say I'm going to preach it. I'm going to love it. 9.5 cents. Get after it, Doge. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for you. Speaking of Doge, meme coins, Shiba Inu. Apparently, they're going to offer. Hi, Christ Daniels. Thanks for joining. Apparently, Shiba Inu is going to offer SHIB holders a .SHIB domain. We see here that the developers for SHIB are developing an internet domain player D3 to introduce a .SHIB internet and top-level domain. We see that SHIB is making some moves on the chart. We're up 3.46% today. Bunch of zeros, 1046. So, we're seeing some signals here, like a little bit of bounce with this money flow. Red dot is printed, which isn't awesome, but we have that VWAP that looks like she wants to push over that zero line soon. So I want to see how this plays out for SHIB. Obviously, we tested and rejected 1164 pretty harshly. I would love to optimistically over the weekend test 1069. Just as we tested here and rejected it, we want to test it again, see what happens. Hopefully it goes through with confidence. But this is what we're looking at with some SHIB. She's been sideways trading for quite a long time. Crazy stuff, am I right? Am I freaking right? Do we have, no, we don't. 97 likes. We don't have 100 yet? Are you telling me Are you in the chat telling me that we do not have 100 likes? Is my heart just not fuzzy enough for you? I just don't know what the issue is. Hi, Kenny O on TikTok. What up, Kenny O? What up, Kenny? I appreciate you. Will Litecoin go back to the 200s in 2024? I don't give price predictions, dude. Detroit Mike, nice to see you guys. Welcome to the stream. D, thank you. Appreciate you, D. Welcome, welcome. What up? All right. Are the girls just not shiny enough? I guess not. I guess not. Oh, Pickaboo's in the chat. I see you, Pickaboo. I see you, Pickaboo. What up, Pickaboo? Oh, we have 100 likes. That's gorgeous. That is gorgeous.
Yeah.
So, do you guys have any other requests in the chat? Oh, Crabman, what up? Maninja, how are you? John Jermaine, David Lee said, LTC, wake up. Wake up! Wake up, Litecoin, wake up! She's sleeping a little bit. It's okay. No G wants coin. All right, I got you. I'll look at a stonk for you. I'll look at a stonk. I'll look at Coinbase stonk. All right, let's look at Coinbase. Coinbase is at an interesting level right now, and we've been kind of waiting for this. So I'm actually happy that No brought it up. So we're looking at very interesting levels here with Coinbase. Now, I'm trying to decipher the Zest here. I mean, sheesh. I really enjoy the chart because Coinbase is up a fat amount for the year, man. We're up 358% year to date for Coinbase stonk out here. Looking at the chart, it's been a really nice move, and it seems like we're trying to make our way back to the Zest of when they first kind of debuted in August of what was this? May of 2021? Yeah, or April of 2021. So we're seeing levels that we haven't seen really here since March of 2022. March of 2022 was like, kind of like the crash a little bit with Coinbase stunk. And we see here that we kind of rejected $199.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Oh, gosh.
You're welcome.
Your heart makes our hearts warm. Heart. 0.2500000000 LTC.
Thank you. We love the Litecoins to represent the loves. But yeah, listen, Coinbase approaching levels and breaking through 155, which again was a resistance dating back to April of 2022. So it's really nice how like Coinbase kind of consolidated, went above that 200-day SMA here and just started to fly. And I think that's attributed to all the crypto zest going on. We do know here that Coinbase money flow is mooning at an all-time high, which again, we have not seen, period. So money flow booming. Green dot printed, RSI at an all-time high, besides slightly above where it was here in November of 2021. That VWAP going off, Christmas tree action, but latest is the green dot. So we're seeing some really great things from Coinbase, and this is probably attributed to the Stand With Crypto movement and all of the new assets and services that they're providing to people institutionally in the U.S. as well as internationally, which of course they're going to keep moving internationally. But yeah, next major level I'm looking for is 199, because above that is the $200 mark, and that's a psychological level. So 199 is what I'm looking for next if we're really pushing it. And that's still a big move from where we're at right now at the current price. At the current price, that's still a nice move of about 18%, but it's not something that you can't achieve. You know what I mean? I would just look to maintain all these signals, keep that volume in the money flow coming in, and keep the stability and really establish 155 as support. But yeah, that's the Coinbase stonk right there. That's the Coinbase stonk. Hi, Cosmic Crypto. What up, friends? 18 more likes for a rave. Yeah, we need, yeah, we definitely need those 18 more likes. What up, Crypto Cajun? Woody 10K. Nice to see you. Batty Roy wants, hello, Batty Roy. I see you, man. I see you. Yeah, I can do that, man. I can do that. Let's do some dot. Gary Gensler said Coinbase. Yes, it is Coinbase. It's Coinbase. Let's do some dot. Dot, 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 dot. Do you guys like that? I think that's fun. Maybe I'm just losing my actual noodles, man. Maybe I'm just losing my noodles. I think that's actually what's happening now. if you guys haven't yet, make sure you guys smash the like, subscribe to the channel, share it out with friends. You know the vibe. I was on Coinbase for the chart, but I'm not feeling the zest with the Coinbase chart because I feel like Binance just has so much more. So that's really what I'm going to focus on is Binance. So I'm going to rechart for Binance. Give me a second. I'm just putting my stuff in the same points. There should be a way to do this easier. Like if you transfer your data from one chart to another. I wish there was a way to do that. That would be totally awesome. Anyway, I'm still going to move on. I'm going to do some more thinking with this later, of course. But I think we're looking pretty good here with Polkadot. I mean, obviously, it's very far from its all-time highs. We're sitting at $7.08. Obviously, its all-time highs was somewhere around right here, $56. This was the height of the last bull run in November of 2021. So we are currently up 5.51%. Now we're at a critical level that this candle where it started.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Oh, Meninja.
You're welcome.
Shout out to you, Meninja. You're awesome. What did you drop for me? I need to see it. 100 emoji. Thank you. I appreciate that. Shout out to Meninja. We do have right here $6.67 that we know we established as support, but lost it here in April of 2023, which brought us to our lows in October of $3.68. We went above the 200-day SMA, established support at $5. Hopefully now establishing the next support at $6.68. 69 cents if you want to be zesty. And we want to retest $7.57. Retest that. That's our goal. And probably beyond that, we're looking for, I'd say, I don't know. Let me see. I gotta do some more zest here because I like to look at the past. Yeah, I would probably say this is the major point you're looking at, $9.28. Trying to crack that $10, you know, make your way back up from there. That's what I'm looking at. This point right here. And even you see through here, we had issues with it where we tried to establish support. We sideways traded here, just couldn't maintain it. Yeah, that's it. That's what we're watching for. Optimistically, of course, in the most bullish situation, $9.32. But that's the dot. Cosmic Crypto, thank you for all the roses. What is the XRP news? XRP news is that they got a virtual asset service provider approval in Ireland. So now they could do some more things there. Can I look at Link? Kanye Lover says, yes. If you like your yay, I will do that for you. I will yay your chart. Okay. Let's look at Link. Oh, you Link Marines, stand up. I need the salute emoji for the Link Marines. We're the Link Marines. So, we were looking at some mini levels with Link, and the mini levels are coming into play. Let's talk about it. $14.74, just fell below that actually, $14.73 now, 4.5% in the green today. That VWAP is heading over the zero line, green dot printing on the momentum, which is nice, money flow still green. But the RSIs are a little far apart, and that gives me volatile vibes. We are in a complete neutral zone here, so it could go really either way with the RSI. I would like to see it push bullish in the most optimistic situation. Seems like we're trying to establish the support here at $14.17. We're looking to push for that $15.30. That's what we want to push for. That is our kind of resistance, the support that we have yet to establish. So $15.35 is what we're looking for. And then we also want to test that $15.89. That's really what the zest, that's where the zest lies. Optimistically staying above $14 and not going below our lows from November 22nd of $13.35. That is where I would, if anything, establish support, but not want to break below. But it seems like we have some nice signals going here for some Link. For the Link Marines, a woo. The Link Marines. Do we have any Link Marines in the chat? Paul Kelly Music, put up the salute. Bitcoin is still trying to push right now. If you guys are here, still smash these like. Hi, SVK. SVK is in the chat. Bitcoin is still trying to push. Bitcoin's at $44,233. Again, we want to test our 44.7 resistance, and I'm hoping that's where we can go today. Nigel, Coinbase, a buy or sell. I don't tell people when to buy. I do not tell people when to sell. I tell you what I see on the chart, the levels that are there, and you do your own research and make your own decisions. Never financial advice ever. Woohoo! Never financial advice. We love no financial advice. We love no financial advice. Yeah, no financial advice. Woo! Yeah, no financial advice. Woody 10K. Rob C. Have I missed the first rave? You were shopping. Oh, Rob C. You did not miss a rave. What else? Who did I miss? Did I miss any? Dubai Money. Nice to see you. Hello. Oh, pretty please. Just because you said pretty please, then sure. Only because you said pretty please. Other than that, if you didn't say pretty please, I would not do it. I wouldn't. I just wouldn't just because it's your request. Okay, let's look at pre. Pamp it up. Gotta pamp it up, don't you know, pamp it up. Pre-search is freaking mooning. I'm happy for them because I know the pre-search team. Woo woo. All right, so taking a look at pre-search right now, pretty freaking interesting. Hold on. What? Oh my gosh, I cannot believe this. I feel like a basic YouTuber with this face on. But yeah, it's legit. It's freaking legit. All right, so looking at pre-search at a critical level, man, we're looking to test some Zest here. And it seems like we already did this morning, but we want to maintain this price action because when we have zesty moves like this, you gotta make sure you maintain them. It's when you have a situation where you just have a lot of green candles, man, you gotta make sure you don't mess around because you're going to find out. You're going to find out. Now we are at 5 cents. 0.058 cents for pre-search, 33% in the green. Now, we were looking at this level. I'll expand these lines out. We were looking at these levels here, staying above the 200-day SMA and optimistically testing just over 4 cents since that's where we fell below here in June and wanted to maintain here in January of this year. So, went above the 200-day SMA, bam, went above it confidently, and then bam, tested 0.058 cents. Now, again, we want to maintain this because, again, sideways traded, tried to maintain support here all throughout February and some of March and could not. We did maintain it for a little bit. We pumped up, came up to our highs for the year, which was 10 cents and a quarter. And then once we came back down and tested this again as support, went right through it. So we're optimistically wanting to close at 0.058 cents. And maintain the price action. If we sideways trade in between, that would not surprise me. Probably having that tip again around 0.048 cents and around that 5 cent range. I could picture that happening since it was such a big move to the upside today. But other than that, trying to maintain this level is critical. Staying above 5 cents, closing above 5 cents would be absolutely awesome. So that's pre-search. Pre-search is actually doing pretty good. Go off pre-search. I'm so happy for them. And I do have an interview with pre-search as well, if you guys want to go check that out. No, I did Coinbase already. I did do it. If you guys rewind, you'll see it. You'll see it. Pre-search is 6.9 cents. I would love to see that. I would love to see that. That would be a day to celebrate. I agree. Anyone else? Hi, Steve Dottie. What up, Steve Dottie on TikTok? Nice to see ya. Who else? I think I got everything. Oh, Sadie sometimes is in the chat. Oh, Double O said, Double O MTC. Band protocol. Yeah, man. I could do some bands. We'll rock on, you know? Ha ha ha. Another great joke. Thank God I have sound effects to make me feel better. Now, we do have band protocol. I'm just losing my mind, guys. It's okay. It's totally fine. Like, we're totally A-okay. Now, all right, Coinbase, I don't think it has all the info. It doesn't have the zest that I want. So I'm going to take a second and redo it on Binance, because Binance has all the zest. I don't care what anybody says. Binance has all the chart zest. If I need a chart, I go to freaking Binance because I think they have like a lot of coins that just give us that valuable information that we freaking need in this world. So yeah, that's what's happening now. Coinbase, man. Coinbase. Just not giving us all the... Yeah, it has nowhere near the data. All right, so we'll just stick with this for now. Looking at Band Protocol, we do see we're at $1.71.
A potato flew around my
again.
room before you came.
Excuse? We have $1.71 Band Protocol, up 1.33%. Seems here that we have some nice signals here on Market Cipher, such as a green dot, momentum peaking. We got some beautiful RSIs going off. We got the money flow going and a VWAP going. So everything is, like I said, rocking on for Band Protocol. We see here we established some support here at $1.38, and we're above the 200-day SMA with confidence, which we do like to see, making our way back up. We tested $1.76, so hopefully we could maintain that, maybe have a good day and close above it. Yesterday's wick may be indicative of our future. So I optimistically would like to test $1.75, $1.76, and close above it and make sure we can maintain that as support before moving up and trying to test $2, which again is a psychological level and a resistance that dates back all the way here to June of 2022. Give me a second. Still struggling out here. I'm still struggling. 4 more likes for a rave, and we don't have that yet? What is going on? We need to rock on. What up, Matthew K? Nice to see you. What's up, Ermith? Ermith wants some Cardanzos. Sure, I'll do some Cardanzos. Cardanzo's at 60 cents. Cardanzo. Jim Cramer doesn't like it. We're up 4.17%. Seeing red dot still printed, no new green dot. RSI stagnant, money flow dipping a little bit, but we have some curvatures. We like curvatures on the channel. We want some curvatures. Bring us over that zero line, Cardanzo. Moon! Of course, I'm just kidding. You know what I mean. But again, we want to test our little kind of resistance sideways trade of around here, just over 60.5 cents. So we want to maintain 60 cents. It's obviously something we're tiffing it with since we're just below it now. And we want to optimistically go to 64 cents since that's a major resistance that dates back all the way here to June of 2022. So Cardano, hoping you maintain 60 cents, close above it. But that's what I got for you. That's what I got for you. All right, what else is here? Getting some messages. Hood, a boogie with the hoodie. Okay, hold on. Hood, is this Robin Hood? Yeah, it's Robin Hood, yeah. Look, it's Robin Hood. I don't know. How do you guys feel about Robin Hood? Can I get your opinions on Robin Hood in the chat? Do you guys like Robin Hood? Put a yes or a 1 or a 2 and a no emoji. Do you trust Robin Hood? Because I don't know if I do. I mean, this guy Vlad, he makes me a little bit scared. I'm a little scared of Vlad from Robin Hood. I don't know. Maybe you guys could give me some opinions on him. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe my trust issues are just too much, guys. I don't know. Being in this space, the trust factor is like so minimal, especially with these TradFi bros like freaking Vlad. But, you know, it is what it is. We got $13.40 Robin Hood. Now, again, we're at 1.75% in the green, above that 200-day SMA with confidence, which we like. The green dots printed, RSI at an all-time high, it seems. The VWAP making some moves, as well as that money flow. We do see here that we are trying to go through this level of resistance, which was $12.43 with confidence. It dates back all the way here to when we tried to maintain it as support in April of 2022, but couldn't. Same thing kind of happens here in July. So looking to maintain that. And then next step up, I probably would refer to right here where we were sideways trading, which is $13.83. That's what I'm looking for Robinhood to optimistically test, but I really would like to maintain above $13 and close there. Just to establish some zest. Because even we sideways traded around this point back here in February of 2022 as well. So just getting through all those flurries is what's important. And establishing some good price action here. But I don't know if Robin Hood, I don't know. How do you guys feel? yeah, you guys are a little bit skeptical of the hood of Robin. Can you please do hello, Doge Bull? Yeah, hi, Doge Bull. Doge Bull. Much love to you, Doge Bull. Here's some rain of love for Doge Bull. Oh, I see all the rave emojis in the chat. Is this what you guys want? What if I just rugged you and I said, oh yeah, we hit 125 likes, but I don't want to rave for you. What if I just did that? What if I just like said, oh, you guys want to rave? And then run away. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding with you guys. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. I'm not going to rug you. I'm not going to rug you. There was only one day where I just couldn't rave, and that's because I was sick, and you guys understood that. So it was like a mutual understanding there. You don't trust them after what they did with Doge? I don't know, man. Someone say I'm done with XRP. I understand that one, too. All right, guys, we're going to get after it. Are you ready to rave? I need to know, though. I need to, know with confidence. And if you guys want a rave emoji, Emma wrote no rave. If you guys want a rave emoji in the chat, let me know, too. Right, rave. Right, rave. We need some rave. We need some rave in the chat. Yes, I am Delulu. I am Delulu. But so is Liz Warren. And you see how rich she is from being Delulu. Let's rave. Let's rave. I like to rave. I gotta find new rave music too. Flying Tiger says you want emojis. Use your emojis. You're a member, my friends. Hit that emoji button. Join as a member for the Zest. To rave with y'all. Someone on TikTok wrote I know I'm a little bit cray. Maybe I'm a little crazy. It's okay. Why the silent disco? Because you got to be on YouTube to hear the audio. I can't because TikTok's not cool like that. It doesn't let me give you the love and the zest that you deserve and need. So if you want to hear the audio for all the videos, you want to see visuals, PFP link in bio, youtube.com/missteencrypto for you TikTokers. Sheesh, man. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I hope you guys are having a good day. And I hope you guys are stacking.
You're welcome.
Thank
you. You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome.
No.
I.
That was so funny how she said it. That was good. Thank you. I appreciate the super chat. Oval said the rave was legit. I'm hoping that it wasn't fake. We can't have fake raves out here. We cannot have fake raves. If you guys haven't yet, please stack up on your holiday zest with the missteencrypto merch store. If you haven't yet, check out the merch, enjoy the merch, love the merch, order the merch, support the channel. And you guys can also support the channel by subscribing to me on Twitter /X. And if you haven't yet, make sure you guys subscribe on there for exclusive tweets and such. So that way we could handle all of our zest and we support the channel. Woo! Gary, did you miss the rave? Of course you did. Brent said, can you please, with the cherry on top, do Jesus coin? Okay, all right. Because you said there's like a cherry on top, then yeah, sure. I only see it on Poloniex, and again, it's in price discovery. It's basically at all-time high, so I really can't tell you much about it. The only thing I can say is what I got, which is it's at bunch of zeros, 45784, 24% in the green. Of course, all bullish signals here, green dot, momentum, VWAP, money flow, RSI, all peaking. And we also see that we wanted to establish right here as support 30117. We did. Had resistance here at 37892. push through it. So again, if anything, come back down, establish support here again. But pretty much you're in price discovery, so I can't tell you anything. But I appreciate the request. I do. I appreciate you. And I appreciate the request. I just went Southern. I'm a Southern gal. I'm a Southern belle. Right, Mike Shawshig? I'm a Southern belle. I'm just kidding.
Damn!
Oh, guys, this is so awesome. Emma Foster. Hi, Emma Foster. Shout out to Emma Foster in the chat. We love Emma Foster. Emma Foster kills the game all the time. Hope you're doing well, girl. Sending some love to you. And make sure if you guys haven't yet, join the Discord, join the Telegram. They're public and free groups. Free groups to talk about Bitcoin and crypto. It's not nuts, free things. It's crazy and public so everyone can see. Whoa, that's nuts. What a concept. I know about Bitcoin pumping. Of course I do, man. Of course. I know. I always watch the charts. Steve Dadit said, pamp it up. You gotta pamp it. Oh, yeah. Pump it up. Guys, this is a great day, a great time to be alive, to be in Bitcoin, to be in crypto. We know that there are people like Liz Warren, like the Gary Genslers, that want to destroy our friends, our family, our love. I combine that all in one word. Our fun. Our family, our friends, and our fun. That's what they want to take away from us. They want to take away our rights. They want to take away everything from us. We cannot let them. And they really can't. It's actually impossible, which is the best part of the whole thing. You can't stop self-custody. You cannot stop Bitcoin. You cannot stop crypto because it's just code. And code is free speech. Code is law. Math, the universal language. It's so beautiful. It's gorgeous. I love it so much. And I hope you guys do too if you haven't yet. Make sure you guys smash the like, subscribe, share this stream out with friends so more people understand what's going on in crypto. Understand how much we love this space and how passionate we are about moving it forward and educating. I am sick of the drama. I am literally sick of all the Delulu people in TradFi and even in crypto. Focus on the education. It's not about making money. It's about a financial revolution and self-sovereignty. Stay in your lane, friends. Stay positive. Make sure you do your own research on the people you follow, the projects you invest in. And that just doesn't go for crypto. It goes for TradFi and any investment or any decision you make in your life. Make sure you're educated upon it. Have a great day. Like, subscribe, share it out with friends. I will see you tomorrow. And as always, stay zesty. Peace.
Pump it up.